Let's get back to that overnight violence and bring you the latest on that. Atlanta police confirming to Fox 5 at least 4 people were shot near Clark Atlanta University last night. Hundreds of people were on campus for homecoming activities. Good Day's Brittany Edney is live outside Grady Memorial Hospital with the latest on this developing situation. Good morning to you, Brittany.
Good morning, Caitlin. Yeah, at least 3 people were shot in 2 separate overnight shootings at Atlanta Clark University. Let's talk about the first shooting. Police tell us that it happened just before midnight, right off of Martin Luther King Jr. Drive Southwest, outside of the music building. Atlanta police tell us 3 people were shot, and all of them were taken here to Grady Memorial Hospital, and they are all expected to survive. Then later on, while our photographer was actually on scene at around 1:15 this morning, he told us that he heard dozens of shots ring out about 200 yards down from the very first shooting. APD then confirmed with us that during that second shooting, 2 bystanders were impacted. One woman was grazed by a bullet, and another girl had her car window shot out. As of now, though, no suspect descriptions have been released in either shooting, and the investigations are still ongoing. So we'll, of course, keep you updated when those details become available. We did, however, reach out to the university for a statement. We did not see this morning anything on their social media channels and are waiting to hear back from the university. But do keep in mind, it's very early this morning. These happened overnight. So if we do receive something back, we'll keep you updated both on air and online. Reporting live outside of Grady Memorial Hospital, Brittany Edney for Good Day Atlanta.
On top of that situation for us. Thanks so much, Brittany. And another shooting investigation unfolding. This is in the southwest part of the city. One of 2 victims we've learned was taken to the Oakland City MARTA station after gunfire erupted at a home nearby. 2 men apparently shooting at one another, a gunfight happening during a party. No word right now on where that second victim ended up or on either of their conditions. Staying in southwest Atlanta, a road rage incident overnight sent a woman to the hospital. She was bleeding from 2 gunshot wounds. This all happened near Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard and the 75-85 Expressway. APD confirming the woman's boyfriend took her to the hospital. We're still working to get a description on that suspected shooter from police, along with a motive. New this morning as well, a Gwinnett County firefighter recovering after getting hurt putting out flames of a fire. This is at the Benchmark Physical Therapy on Nelson Brogdon Boulevard in Buford. You can see that those flames, that smoke shooting up into the sky right there. And when the fire department got to that business, it took them about an hour, or half an hour, I should say, to get those flames under control. At one point, fire crews had to retreat, though, outside when the roof collapsed. That injured firefighter is now at the hospital, and fire investigators, their job just beginning. They're looking into the cause. In Mableton now, an apparent police standoff had officers focused on a home on Lee Road for hours last night. This is near Old Gordon Road. Still awaiting details here, but photojournalists there on the scene heard some police commanding someone to come outside. 3 people are dead after what police say appears to be a murder-suicide in Fayetteville. According to police, officers performed a welfare check at a home on Favor Road. They found 3 people dead inside. Not clear who asked for that welfare check. Investigators now withholding the names of the victims until family members are notified. New this morning on the crown jewel heist at the famed Louvre Museum in Paris. Authorities say a number of suspects have been arrested. Investigators took them into custody yesterday evening, adding one of the men was preparing to leave the country. Last Sunday morning, thieves took less than 8 minutes to steal jewels valued at 102 million American dollars. And French officials say the intruders used a basket lift to scale the facade, force open a window, smash display cases, and make a run for it. New this morning, the U.S. and Malaysia have signed a new deal on critical minerals during a regional summit in Malaysia. President Donald Trump and the country's prime minister signing a memorandum of understanding to strengthen supply chains and boost investment in minerals extraction, processing, recycling. The agreement comes as China tightens export controls on rare earth minerals. A peace signing between Cambodia and Thailand to end a border war also occurred here during the summit. The president heads to Japan today. Back here at home, growing concerns over air safety with air traffic controllers among many government employees who will not get a paycheck on Tuesday due to the government shutdown. Fox's Rebecca Castor has that story.
Holiday travelers might be in for some turbulence this year if the government doesn't reopen in time. While so far disruptions have been minimal, roughly 13,000 air traffic controllers are set to miss their first paycheck on Tuesday. And Secretary Duffy is warning travelers more significant delays and cancellations will likely become inevitable.
If we don't have enough controllers, if we have controllers that are more stressed and less able to do the job, we pay close attention to that, and we will reduce the capacity of airplanes taking off and landing, or we will cancel flights. I'm less concerned about you getting there on time. I want you to be safe.
The Transportation Secretary has visited a number of air traffic control towers over the last 2 weeks and says many of the workers are angry and frustrated, and some are having to make tough decisions to make ends meet.
They're looking at getting second jobs. They're looking at driving for Uber, DoorDash. They have gas payments put in their car. They're paying for childcare, mortgages. They're like every single American who may live paycheck to paycheck. They can't afford this.
Duffy says the shutdown is also hurting his department's efforts to recruit more air traffic controllers, and says some students are even dropping out of the FAA Academy because they don't want a job that doesn't pay. A Republican bill to pay all essential workers still on the job during the shutdown failed in the Senate Thursday. But new legislation from Senator Ted Cruz, which focuses solely on paying air traffic controllers and TSA agents, could be voted on next week. Flight issues were key to reopening the government during the longest shutdown ever in 2019. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.